Runmei. A name that's both new and familiar.
I thought Member 4, Pokakakamon, had gotten rid of most of the society members.
You're back!
Of course! This is a summit between...
It's a special time. All departments are preparing to welcome distinguished... Madame Ronmei doesn't like
I took her to see the portraits of the society members a few days ago. I don't get it.
I heard Miss Ronmei likes snacks and pastries, so I...
Of course! Go...
Miss Ronmei is the very image of a scholar. I heard she once took a little vacation on a desert planet. By the time...
She just wanted somewhere uninhabited. Anyway, what more needs to be said for someone...
I'm not sure, but...
There's someone next to the railway platform. Could she be...
I have a feeling we're on the right track.
I'll check the data when I get back.
Hello. This is a work habit of mine. Using touch to open my senses and letting the details such as the basis of deconstruction and reconstruction. Do not be concerned. You are very healthy. In fact, impeccably so. Yes, I'm happy to meet you too. We've met before in the simulated universe. I expect the views here had me lost in thought. I don't usually go in and out of the space station, and only discovered today that it was blessed with such calm, open views. It is a wonderful fit for the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossoms, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Come here. Look. The blue planet is directly below us. It is so full of life. This dessert is very delicious. Here, take half. Delicious desserts remind people of how flowers look when they bloom. I hope you like it too. So, what do you think? I can certainly prepare more for you. It becomes... an outstanding dessert. 10 grams of cubed sugar, 1 dried and salt-preserved plum blossom. Baking and cooking are the same as nurturing. Unfortunately, there are still too many people in the space station. The clamor is not fitting for desserts. By the way, do you remember what my research is?
No. My research area is short stories about toilets. What's going on? What am I talking about?
I see. But remember, the next time you'll be full of weaknesses that others. Let's try again.
The dessert was tasty. I would like more. Why can't...
You have quite the app. Come and have a walk with me. As the masses depart, there's an enveloping calm here. Just like in the no man's land I've entered to in the past. Can you imagine a completely lifeless world? From there, you can glimpse the stars that lie at the very edge of the horizon. Following its celestial trajectory, the Great Teal Star illuminates an endless sea of white across both the sky and land. My mother and I navigated calm glaciers, looking for signs of life on that world, and encountered many bizarre phenomena. It was like finding the single correct piece in a mountain of jigsaw pieces. The process was convoluted and unimaginably difficult. But it was touching and enthralling as well. My apologies. It appears my words have left you perplexed. Please, don't be on it. A few days ago, I made my intro. I find extending trust. Therefore, I added treat it as a layer of protection. I can also reward you as Then I'll grant you even greater... A surge of creativity in my imagination. I don't know where it went. Moreover, I do not wish for her to... I do trust you. This has nothing to do with them. The researchers... I entrust this to you.
It's getting late. Where to now?
What? A place with a spade? Why would anyone want to know that? I'm not doing any private business on...
You're so cute! So, I really...
Autograph? Wait! I won't talk to you. Oh, that. If you want to solve the problem, go check out...
Homius Object Finder, on sale now.
There's so many people.
Molten cheese tart? What's our slogan again? 2. Energize yourself.
Our creed. Oh, praise be. You don't know? Molten Cheese Tart is Madame Ron May's top fan. This is how it preaches. Those who offer their love are expressing admiration and affection for Miss Ron May. Oh, let me tell you. Since you need to plaster hearts when...
I heard Madame Ronmay is...
I don't know about... So...
Did I ask?
Hey, guess what I got? It says, let's give it a shot. Yikes.
Ron May likes to live.
No, So...
As
Ron May. What?
Never feed... So is the little life...
I am humbled to meet them. What are you frozen in place for? Oh, you don't understand the Honorable Tart. That's okay. No worries for situations like this. We've specifically concocted it.
Wakaka! That was way too...
Oh, Molten Cheese Tart says... Molten Cheese Tart says... There's a kind of attach... Hey, you! Yes... Good! You see, they both hope to receive... You need to cook... Love from the creator... I don't know. Remember, as long as love... That... Oh?
Clemency, the time is now.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
You're here. Herta called Screwlam and I to the space station, and now? I don't want... Just in case. Help me. Alright. Let's...
Hi, Ron May! I've been waiting for you. Oh, you're here too? Looks like you two have become quite friendly.
It's good to see you, sir. Affirmation. This reunion has happened earlier than my calculation.
Though you weren't invited, I welcome you to remember this historical moment. How long has it been since three geniuses were in the same room together? And...
Affirmative. Discounting our discussions on the simulated universe, our interactions are scarce. I look forward to the innovative ideas.
Get straight to the point. I think it's time to find another partner for the simulated universe.
You wish to...
No, of course not. Steven doesn't want to get involved and voted to abstain. Oh, whatever. Look, I respect the way people want to live, but he doesn't have the chance to be involved in this decision-making anymore.
Question. Are we...
Yes, the reason for our gathering, no one can refuse. The secret of the eons. Not even Xandar. We'll definitely get a response.
What if the responder is...
That'd be great! Hey, Lord of Silence, are you listening? I'm member number 83.
It's unlikely we'll hear. Probability. Member number 60...
That's a hard pass. Given Dr. Primitive's shady research practices and his tussle with the Galaxy Rangers? What about you, Ching-Tu? Are you still...
Can we ask him to leave if we are to discuss this topic? The process will be long and boring. There's no need to take up other people's time.
Of course! You brought him in after all.
All right. Let me walk you out.
And is this?
Seems like a programming error.
This...
The simulated... I'm speaking nonsense.
It's
Fine.
I probably will.
All right, I agree.
Come along. I'll see you out. It appears I was overthinking things. Impulsive behavior is pretty characteristic of her.
What's wrong? Depends on who they are.
Thankfully, it was just a minor. I see that you've recovered the life form. I was simply being over. There's some things that I must. The retrieval of my life form. Herta uses that place to. And now. There's much you don't know about, but there is some information. I'm giving you my access. Stay vigilant, assist. Remember, once you're back, come.
What would a sealed zone look like?
Buzz.
What's up with the...
Buzz. High risk permission status. Buzz. Maintained. Welcome. Fry lefto fry left. Welcome. Conclusion. Assessment. Suggestion.
For the phase flame is fascinating. Unfortunately, before the growth status of the two samples this time is prominent. They simultaneously possess. Interestingly, they also
Huh? What's that sound out there? This is the headache Ranmei mentioned? It's just a different... I'm not too much negative energy. Why? What's that noise? I need to find a place for this little... time is now.
Watch this! I don't remember inviting you. Who's the lucky one today?
It's too late to repent. Just a scratch.
You have the worst luck running into me. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
A gift from the stars.
About this.
Everything's ordained by the so profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Watch this.
Who's the lucky one today?
Keep at it. Keep at it. I never imagined there'd be so many of them. You weren't here too? Seems like this is the other end of that one-way path.
final days that member number 23 I'm now certain that the life can exist in thousands. These life forms are very... I'm starting to feel lost.
Are you telling me to keep going?
Life is countless and varied in form. The patterns of all things always have, ever since I was a child. I wish to discover the... I thought of one life form.
Sounds fitting. Stay here for a bit. Did something just open?
Select from this function.
Is this?
I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach, and that is, I cannot comprehend. Scholars view them as the exact. At first, I tried to create. However, of course, there would hazy Rhonda. It is a logical will hurt and screw them. I must hurry my work.
Permission granted. Select from the. Permission granted.
That sound's coming. Someone in the distance. Who is that?
Here, a genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question. Just move this here. You look distressed. Something the matter? If that's the case, you better get thinking.
Are you waiting for a sign? Have you considered whether if a question is of... Never mind, my goals are... That's all you need. I can't stand discourteous. The real Ron May's creation is go. Take the elevator.
propagation clone? How can that be?
With me out here, how can we lose?
The truth of life and death, with this sensation, is but a vision.
Try that again. You can't run.
About this. The time's now.
You have the worst luck running in stew right there while I give you a present.
Let's go. Better up. Clemency?
Watch this.
Just a scratch.
Try that again. You can't run.
Rules are made to be broken!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Everything's ordained by the profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing. A guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Better up! Step aside. The truth of life and death, reveal this sensation, is but a vision.
Try that again. You can't run. My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present. Look out. With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. You can't run.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The time is now.
Who's the lucky one today?
I told ya I could fight. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Rules are made to be broken! Step aside. I have...
A gift from the stars. Everything is ordained by the profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
It'll take more than that.
Try that again!
Destroy the space station.
About this!
Watch this!
Let's make it quick. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This century is but a vision. Right!
I don't want to be alone.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The time is now.
I don't remember inviting you. Who's the lucky one today?
Batter up! Rules are made to be broken! Decisive strike!
Emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
With me out here, how can we lose?
I'm okay.
You can't run! Try that again!
A guest with no manners, huh? Look out!
I'm on guard.
You have the worst luck, right? You can't run! Try that again!
I don't remember inviting you. A gift from the stars.
can't run! Try that again!
Step aside.
Lance of
I
Blaze.
have no interest in stoking conflict.
Flaming Lance! Forward!
The time is now.
With me out here, how can we lose?
A guest with no... a gift from the stars.
You can't run!
Curious.
Try that again!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Lance at the ready.
Stay right there while I give you a present!
Everything's ordained by the star. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
The truth of life and death, revealed in this search, is but a vision.
I'm on guard.
My turn! With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again!
Step aside. I have no interest in
I don't remember who's the lucky one today.
You can't run! Try that again!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
A guest with no manner. A gift from the stars.
You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! Stay right there while I give you a present!
for inviting me. Everything is ordained by the so profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Lance ablaze. Flaming lance. Forward!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an essential, is but a vision.
Destroy the space station.
Try that again! You can't run!
Step aside. I have no interest in the times now.
Watch this! Try that again! You can't run! I try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! With me out here, how can we lose?
Lance at the ready.
Try that again! You can't run!
Not a stretch.
The times now. This can't be.
You...
I have to keep going.
Emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present. Try that again. You can't run.
This song's just for you. Turn up the volume.
Clemency?
With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again! You can't run!
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up! My tempo!
You have the worst luck, Red. Watch this! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! Try that again!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This century is but a vision.
This song's just for you. Turn up the volume.
You can't run!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all!
The time's now.
Let's make it quick.
About this! Rules are made to be broken! Ice and strike!
Pretty good crowd. Let's rock!
Let's go.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
This song's...
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. You better be good.
An emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
With me out here, how can we lose? I'm breaking! Try that again! You can't run!
Let's make it quick.
Maybe you can keep it down? Stay right there while I give you a present! Try that again!
Oh, the Express has been a lifeline.
Emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
With me out here, how can we lose? You can't run! Try that again!
Look out!
What about this?
Steve right there while I give you a present! You can't run! Try that again!
Let's go.
Step aside. I have time now.
With me out here, how can we lose?
I don't remember inviting you.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! You can't run! Try that again!
Rules are made to be broken! You outstayed your welcome!
Steve right there while I give you a present! Wait! You can't run! Try that again!
A guest with no manners, huh?
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Let's make it quick.
With me out here, how can we lose?
I don't remember inviting you. Look out!
You can't run!
It's too late to repent.
You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present. Get up.
Clemency? The truth of life and death revealed this sanctuary is but a vision.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
My turn. With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's batter up.
Look out!
Try that again. You can't run. You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Destroy the space station.
Check out this awesome move.
Let's make it quick.
Step aside.
Rules are made to be broken!
Try that again. With me out here, how can we lose?
Look out!
You can't run. Try that again.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The time is now. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
My turn.
I don't remember inviting you. Who's the lucky one today?
Let's go.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
About this!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
Still deny your sin? Recount your sins.
Stay right there while I give you a present! You can't run!
I shall judge you for the 10 lords.
With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again! You can't run!
Let's make it quick.
Step aside. I have no interest in the times now.
If you have the worst luck running into me, stay right there while I give you a present! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Let's go.
How about this?
By the will of the 10 lords. The 10 lords decree, hereby ordained. Recount your sins.
The Express has been a lifeline. Time to return the favor.
An emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
With me out here, how can we lose? Try that
again! Don't worry about me. Batter up!
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present!
All better now?
Clemency? Never heard of it.
You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose? You can't run!
Naughty children, don't listen. Here comes the medicine.
Much better.
Try that again!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks a lot! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision! Right!
Stay right there while I give you a present. You can't run. You're in bad shape. I'm okay. Try that again.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. Batter up!
With me out here, how can we lose?
Rules are made to be broken! You outstayed your welcome!
You can't run. Try that again. Nap time. Stay right there while I give you a present. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. Thanks a lot.
Clemency?
My turn. With me out here, how can we lose? Time for favor the bigger.
The time is now.
You can't run.
Let's make it quick.
How about this?
You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Right!
Try that again. You can't run. Nap time.
Rules are made to be broken! Decisive strike!
This is our chance.
Naughty children, don't we all better now?
Much better. Step aside. I have no interest.
Destroy the space station.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. With me out here, how can we lose?
Savor the vigor.
Try that again!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
You can't run!
Clemency? Never. Batter up!
Stay right there while I give you a present!
Time for a shot. Here comes the medicine.
Don't worry about me. The truth of life and death, revealed this century, is but a vision. Right!
Let's go.
About this! Rules are made to be broken!
With me out here, how can we lose? Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
All better now?
Try that again!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks a lot! You can't run!
Step aside. I have no... Shot!
Naughty children, don't listen. Here comes the medicine.
Don't worry about me.
My turn!
Clemency? Never heard of it. So this is...
Time for a shot? Nap time.
You have the worst luck running into me. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
That'll take more than medicine. Savor the vigor.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
You can't run! Try that again!
The truth of life and death. Reveal this sanctuary is but a vision. Right!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Don't worry about me.
You have the worst luck running into me. Watch this!
The time is now.
You're in bad shape.
With me out here, how can we lose?
But I'm a doctor.
Step aside. I have no interest in still. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. Right! This can't be.
Stay right there while I give you a present. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. You can't run! Try that again! With me out here, how can we lose? Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
A doctor never stops learning. A doctor never stops learning.
Emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
Stay right there while I give you a present! Try that again! You can't run!
Time for a shot?
Don't worry about it.
Let's make it quick.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Naughty children, don't listen. All better now?
Let's go. Batter up!
The time's now.
Stay right there while I give you a present! Try that again!
Time for a shot? Here comes the medicine.
Much better.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! You can't run!
Let's make it quick.
You have the worst luck running into with me out here. How can we lose?
Naughty children, don't listen. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing.
Don't worry about me. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
You're in bad shape.
Try that again! You can't run!
The time is now.
Let's go.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present!
Time for a shot?
Thanks a
Step
lot.
aside.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
make it quick.
With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again! You can't run!
Savor the vigor.
The time is now.
Stay right there while I give you a present!
Rules are made to be broken! Let's go. What about this?
All better now?
Don't worry about me.
Try that again! You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
It's too late to repent.
You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again!
Let's make it quick. Batter up!
You're in bad shape.
Give you a present!
Naughty Jeanette.
Let's go.
You can't run! Try that again!
Clemency? Never heard of it. The time is now.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Here comes the medicine.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken!
This can't be.
Time for a shot. You're in bad shape.
You can't run! Try that again!
What about this?
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present!
Naughty children, savor the vigor.
go.
Time for a shot. Nap time. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again!
Rules are made to be broken! Let's make it quick.
Naughty children, don't listen.
Thanks a lot! You have the worst luck running into watch this! You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Batter up!
Here comes the medicine.
Thanks a lot!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Much better. About this!
All better now?
My turn. Watch this! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Rules are made to be broken!
Time for a shot. Here comes the medicine.
Let's go.
disseminator of propagation clone? How can that be?
With me out here, how can we lose? You can't run!
Naughty children, don't listen. All better now?
Don't worry about
Let's
me.
make it quick.
Clemency, never her time now.
Stay right there while I give you a present! Try that again! You can't run!
Let's go.
Time for a shot. Here comes the medicine.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose? Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Savor the vigor.
Clemency, never heard of it. The time is now.
Stay right there while I give you a present!
More than that.
You can't run! Try that again!
Naughty children, don't let. You're in bad shape.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking.
My turn! With me out here, how can we lose?
Rules are made to be broken! You upstage your welcome!
The truth of life and death, revealed in this century, is but a vision. Great!
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! You can't run! Try that again!
Batter up! It's too late to repent.
Time for a shot. All better now?
Thanks a lot! Stay right there while I give you a present! You can't run! No way! Try that again!
Let's make it quick.
Clemency, never heard of it. The time is now.
Nap time.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Destroy the space station.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking.
Here comes the medicine.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
I try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. Stay right there while I give you a present.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this century, is but a vision. Great!
You can't run!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
What?
Try that again!
Naughty children, don't listen.
Rules are made to be broken! You outstayed your welcome!
The time is now.
Time for a shot. Here comes the medicine.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! With me out here, how can we lose?
Naughty children, don't listen. You're in bad shape.
You can't run!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks a lot! Try that again!
Rules are made to be broken!
You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
That'll take savor the vigor of life.
You have the worst luck running in with me out here. How can we lose?
Lemon's a tyrant now.
Let's make it quick.
You can't run!
Time for a shot. All better now?
Thanks a lot. Try that again!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry about me.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Naughty children, don't listen. Here comes the medicine.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present. You can't run.
Let's go.
Step aside. I have no interest in still.
All better now?
Don't worry about me.
Rules are made to be broken! Decisive strike!
Try that again. You have the worst luck running in with me out here. How can we lose? You can't run.
The time is now.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. Try that again.
Let's make it quick. Batter up! Much better.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
You can't run.
Time for a shot? All better now?
Don't worry about me.
You have the worst luck running in with me out here. How can we lose?
Naughty children, don't listen. Here comes the medicine.
Don't worry about me.
Rules are made to be broken!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Thanks a lot. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This century is but a vision. Right!
You can't run!
The creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born. The threat is over. Time to get going.
Is it over? I need to get some answer.
The express has been...
The meeting of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. You look upset, correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the Emanator. Exactly as predicted. Restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, like every living being, it inevitably faced its... However, even the brief... And it was a minuscule step, just as I had predicted. I did say that if a danger proved too great for you, I would personally step in to confront it. I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectation. That's where the joy lies. Even the most predictable storylines can have their pleasant surprises. I have to admit that these little ones born in the process, I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite to that of divinity. Emotions may be either positive or negative. However, the love rooted in the depths of their heart is eternal and unchanging. And they are still a long way from becoming geniuses, and are therefore unable to discern whether this love is one of friendship, romance, or familial love. That being said, can even geniuses tell the difference? I cannot, at least. I do not understand what love is, and cannot respond to their feeling. Do you believe my actions were wrong? There's no need to tell me your answer. I just felt like asking the question. How should I take care of them? Perhaps leaving them at the space station is the best choice. Do I seem irresponsible? The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off, after all. Over time, if I do not want a secret revealed, it won't take effect immediately. Perhaps you'll remember some that way. It will make our lives... Thank you. Screwlum will stay on the space. Do you still remember the... I mismember number 50. I hope I won't meet. Who knows when the next gathering... I find that difficult to answer. If fate allows and you're interested, though I suppose it wouldn't be no...
It's getting late. Where to now? Nice. Why train daily when you could train twice daily?
Heritor Newsflash. Good evening, Madame Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madame Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Just a scratch.
I told ya!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Mr. Scrollum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need him. The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was him.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
He's only just woken up, dazed. He may need a few pointers.
Ah, we crossed paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing.
Mr. Trailblazer, you must have many questions.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. No. The attack happened on a base outside the station.
She received an invitation from the
the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates, they want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. However, this attack was timed a little too well.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ray.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the... excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet? Don't play the...
I think I was.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces of...
I think she mentioned something. If only there were some hints.
Anyway, keep up the good work.
My memory is kind of hazy. What? This is what I recall before. Let me try to remember.
A curio? That's a lot. Maybe the researchers at the department Hinkle and...
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers.
Those despicable villains are... A curio? That's a... Oh, nowadays... Well, I might... Adler would be of more. These people are growing... Never mind.
Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with Arlen.
What? He went to the scene alone with...
Calm down, brother. We're having... So I'm the dog?
They seem to be high.
Oh, really? That kid sure is brave. Nope. Brother...
Let's walk. Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragment...
A guest with no man. Who's the lucky one today?
This is our chance. Clemency?
You have the worst luck. Watch this! I don't remember
inviting. A gift from the stars.
This is our...
Batter up!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Over there! As I thought, he's in trouble.
Move carefully.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Who's the lucky one today?
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken! You about to change your welcome!
You can't run!
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
A gift from the stars. Everything is ordained by the star. Profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
The time's now.
You have the worst luck running into with me out here. How can we lose?
Who's the lucky one today?
The truth of life and death. This century is but a vision.
This is our chance.
Clemency?
A gift from the stars.
Batter up!
You can't run! Stay right there while I give you a present!
Who's the lucky one today?
Let's go.
Try that again! My turn. Watch this!
A gift from the stars.
It's too late to
Peppy! Are you...
That's me.
He wants to ask. I'll leave you to it.
Don't worry. I think I figured.
I think I...
So... that's all? Well, have you asked... Huh. Let's call it...
Adler seem... Let's go over it from the start. My memories of Arlen and Ad...
A cure... How's it going? I see. See? Just business. Some research things had settled down. Yes, people were just, however, rebuilding Anyway, that's okay. Oh, by the way.
So I did consult someone else. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the... Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Hey, what brings you? It's all take. Here's the account. Oh, small scale.
Here, did my memory... Now I remember. The other person is Emily. What did Emily say?
I say, no need to, though I see this. I'm not,
Again?
oh,
However,
don't give me,
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The Xianzhou species...
I figured you'd come to me. I'm sorry.
Just as I thought.
I'm sorry. I see. There's only... That means the words they use.
have you asked the...
Huh?
That's right. Let's call it a...
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. I need to go over it.
Let me describe it again and send me a signal when you...
I think if only there was...
Let me describe... Send me a signal when you... That's not the point anyway. Keep up the good...
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captain?
Affirmation.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle and force it...
Mr. Ratio.
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic... It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid. If he is truly innocent. Based on your story, you met with Herta and the assignment, Herta's collection.
I doubt...
Based on your... And the assignment, Herta's collection.
I doubt her...
Based on your story, you met with Herta...
I remember now.
That's enough pretending. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she...
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she...
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. Based on your story.
If you knew Herta, then...
Don't interrupt. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted... And the assignment involves a... Based on your story, and the assignment... Herta's collection.
I doubt Herta is...
Based on your... And the Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet...
I doubt Herta...
Based on your... And the assignment in Herta's collection.
I doubt...
Based... And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough... And the assignment involves a curio that... Herta's collection.
Sure. But you're the one saying that...
Say what you want to...
correct.
Herta's collection.
I doubt...
Based on... And the assignment in...
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. However, she did...
True.
Why do I feel like I'm being...
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. And the assignment in...
Herta didn't mention... However, she...
True.
Why do I feel like I'm...
And the assignment involved...
Herta didn't mention... However, she...
True.
Why do I feel like I'm...
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection.
I doubt Herta is interested in...
Based on... And the Herta's collection.
Sure.
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the genius.
I would imagine the curio is the...
Yes. Then you said you asked Asta for help with...
Yes. To get more... I didn't get a direct answer.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
I remember now.
That's enough Then you... However. So what's the story? Are you...
Asta isn't trying to hide it.
What could be more important?
I agreed for Mr. Reishi. It's okay.
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is it...
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management. Ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further...
Oh. So they wouldn't be partial to anyone? Researcher's disappearance?
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he...
Adler seemed to have an idea.
Researcher's disappearances, you say?
I remember now.
That's enough. Researcher's disappearance? Clearly, though.
No connection?
Clearly, though. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point.
I remember now.
That's enough. Cut the act.
Correction.
Researchers disappear. Clearly, though.
No connection? I disagree.
Clearly, though. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
I remember now.
That's enough. Cut the act.
Correction.
Researchers clearly, though. Cut the act.
Doubt me all you like. You and I are no different.
Oh? Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
I remember now.
That's enough. Pretend. Cut the act.
Correction.
Researchers clearly, though. Cut the act.
Doubt me all you like. You and I are no different. We both...
Oh? Cut the act.
Doubt me all you like. You and I are no different. We...
Oh? Your point... Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Correction.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust...
I remember now.
That's enough. Pretend. Researchers disappear...
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he...
Adler seemed to have an idea.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
I remember now.
That's enough. Clearly, though. Cut the act.
Doubt me all you like. You and I are no different.
Oh? Cut the act.
Doubt me all you like. You and I are no different.
Oh? Your point... Cut the act. You're perfectly... Correct. Researchers disappear...
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he and...
Adler seemed to have an idea at the time.
Researchers disappear...
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he...
Adler seemed to have an idea at the time.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out...
I remember now.
That's enough. Researchers Clearly, though. Cut.
Correction.
Researchers disappear...
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he...
Adler seemed to have an idea at the time.
Researchers disappear... Clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
I remember now.
That's enough. Clearly, though. It bears no...
No connection? I just...
Clearly, though. Cut the act.
Doubt me all you like. You and I are no different. We both...
Oh? Cut the act. You're perfectly aware...
Correction.
Researchers disappear...
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he...
Adler seemed to have an idea at the...
Researcher's disappearance?
Yes.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher.
Well, did he...
Adler seemed to have an idea at the time.
Researchers disappear... Clearly, though.
No connection? I disagree.
Clearly, though. It bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, "Don't know the location."
She did say that.
There should be evidence. The space station's automatic fire
Huh.
That's what's so odd about it. This may not be direct evidence. Then there's ample evidence to indicate that...
If these two incidents were caused by the same...
We'll see in the main control room.
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
This is...
A declaration of... A group of the fire demons...
Japella Brotherhood.
On the Stellaron...
The Japella Palace, something similar. That video.
The destruction.
I'm afraid you need to start acting now. You have a superior...
If we did that, we'd be...
It's getting late. Where to now?
Not good.
A list of the missing researchers.
Sure, but
A list of them. Take it. Remember, I don't...
what else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most.
I didn't really notice it, but it's been a few system hours. The last time I saw him was in the master...
Lead the way. If his disappearance is also
true, we need to investigate.
Jerk! Fine! Disappear! Oh, he doesn't even answer.
What did he talk?
He kept...
Phrase.
Who said but if you... I don't know exactly.
So the researchers who did... I finished browsing. It's time to go back and...
You're back. I've been monitoring the...
Less than... We're running out of time. First, the next angle. Last.
The link between...
First, the next...
Distasteful
A mere glance at their background, however. Lady Asta The next angle is what the victims have.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The next angle.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would however. After browsing, Lady Asta must... The next angle is what the victims have in common.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The next last.
The link...
First.
Adler also.
You think that Adler's...
Indeed. And at first, Adler's disappearance.
I understand.
Tenuous first.
Adler also.
You think that Adler...
Indeed. First.
Adler also.
You think that Adler...
Indeed. First. The next angle.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would, however, after Lady Asta... The next angle is what...
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their back, however, Lady Asta... The next angle is what the victims have in common.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. The next angle is what the
Distasteful
A mere glance at their background, however, Lady Asta must... The next angle is what the last.
The link...
First.
Adler also.
You think that
Indeed. First. Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital...
I understand. So the answer is...
Tenuous connection. First.
Adler also.
You think that...
Indeed. First. The next angle.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would... However, after Lady Asta... The next angle is what the victim... Last.
The link but...
First. The next angle...
The link but...
First.
Adler also.
You think that Adler...
Indeed. First. Adler's disappearance. He must have come across...
I understand.
Tenuous connection. First. Adler's... The next angle... Last.
The link but...
First. Adler's...
Adler also.
You think that Adler...
Indeed. And first. The next angle... Last. Is the... You probably already know the fire demon of Fatora. Last. Is the abilities of Duke Infer. During prior the flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's look. This booklet describes a kind of fire, the kindling of this. I fear that undoubtedly, the Adler already discovered. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered.
I understand.
Tenuous I fear that this booklet describes the kindling. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When surely I believe, as a scion of the phase flame, that is We don't know where the victims went. And the sudden and once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs...
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Ask based on first-hand experience.
That flame must still...
Try then.
It seems that Duke and...
I will head to her... Mr. Ratio.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. The way is awash with flames. Be careful. Get ready to dash it. See? It's still in the space. Do you know what to do with cornered prey?
The fire.
It's still resisting. Mediocre. Do you have answers? Never stop thinking.
I will head Mr. Ratio.
The infernal fire... The flame is getting weaker. next time. A small fragment of Oh? The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not. Shall we? Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next. Mediocre. Mere flesh. For the theater of the mediocre.
I will have Mr. Ratio.
Keep at it.
I will head to hurt Mr. Ratio.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will... The way is awash with flood. Be careful. Get ready to... See? It's still... Do you know what to do with cornered... It's still resist. The flame is getting weaker. banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not, shall we?
Rules are made to be broken!
Move carefully.
Never stop thinking. Fail. Get out.
Stand right there while I give you a present.
It'll take more than that.
Try that again. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. You can't run.
Let's test your knowledge. 0 points. Next.
I told ya I could fight. With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again.
Never stop thinking.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
Batter up!
You can't run.
Let's test your knowledge.
You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose?
Step aside. I have no interest in still.
I'm asking the questions. Never stop thinking.
Just a scratch.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Do you have answers?
With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's go.
Batter up!
It's too late to repent.
Try that again. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Think. So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong. It reveals truth and falsehood. 0 points. Next. I'm asking the questions. Let's test your knowledge. Fail. Get out.
Stay right there while I give you a present. You're annoying. You can't run.
Just a scratch.
Try that again.
Let's make it quick.
The time is now.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
The truth of life and death. Reveal this sanctuary is but a vision.
Rules are made to be broken!
Do you have answers? Never stop thinking.
With me out here, how can we lose? You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
How about this?
You're annoying! I told ya I could fight. Stay right there while I give you a present!
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
Let's go.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
I'm asking the questions. Let's test your knowledge. Fail. Get out.
With me out here, how can we lose? Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
0 points. Next.
You can't run!
Fail. Get out.
It's more than that.
Try that again!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
You have the worst luck running into me. Stay right there while I give you a present! You can't run!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Try that again!
Step aside. I have no...
Good work. Rest assured, Asta only had... While you were chasing the end... It was all They fell into us. Many of them were shaken by... Yes. This business is... But there is one and... I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to.
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair.
When did you...
When one is immersed in academic research, I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Rich.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But do explain, why opt...
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you. Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt. Logic, a third party.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the Phase Flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's...
You are more candid than I can...
But still behaving... One last question, Screwlum. Genius...
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak and pulling the strings...
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one... The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary but even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of... I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me...
You wish to uproot...
I am only pursuit tinged...
You are indeed more like a...
As for the...
I believe Asta will...
It is also a... With that, I do. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.